Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and to another Transformers review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the War for Cybertron Kingdom Golden Disc Collection Terrorsaur figure. Look, you all know my feelings on the Kingdom Beast Wars figures. For the most part I think they're pants. I'm not a fan. But I do not have a Terrorsaur in my collection at all. Well, not a season 1 Beast Wars Pterasaur anyway. So I pre-ordered this, oh god, I can't even remember how long ago, months ago now I think it was. And this is based on the Air Razor mould, and that is a mould I really like. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be a good one. So let's have a look at the box, and yes, it is in this nice golden disc collection box. I do quite like this. You've got the disc there. It's quite a small box, but you know, it's fine. The smaller the box is the better for me, to be honest. It's less to get rid of. Yeah, that's the front. Just says golden disc on the top. There's a bit more of that disc there. There's like I said, deluxe class on the side, guff on the bottom, and product shot on the back. And it looks so good. Oh, please let this be good. All right, let me crack the box open and we'll take a look at the figure. Okay, so here's Terrorsaur out of his box, and he's okay. He's not without his issues, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But before I do, let's have a look at what he comes with. So as always, he comes with some instructions, and yeah, it's just instructions. What can I say at this point? It's instructions. You know what these are like. So he has those. He comes with a golden disc, and I'll be totally honest, I cannot for the life of me remember if Dinobot came with one of these. I feel like he did, but then maybe I'm just thinking of the Masterpiece version. But it's alright. It's I mean, it looks kind of gold. It's sort of more of a like a bronze, I would say, but maybe that's just my eye. But it looks quite nice. It's nicely sculpted. I would say that this is probably just a slight size reduction of the Masterpiece one. But yeah, it looks okay. It looks good. He comes with his blaster, which is also very nice. Looks like it's moulded in red and then it's been painted over in this gunmetal colour. Just, you can see, oh, I don't know if you can see, but just on the inside pieces here it looks like the paint hasn't quite stuck, so you can just see a little bit of red. But it's nicely done, it's okay. And then we get this, which I haven't opened yet. It's a little mystery piece of paper with something inside, and I thought I'd wait until I started recording before I opened it, and we can see what it is. So let's see. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? It's going to be something really dull and boring, isn't it? Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, it's bits. Where do they go? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I said it'd be something really dull and boring, didn't I? I thought it was going to be something really exciting. Well, I was hoping it'd be something really exciting. What? I don't know where these are meant to go. Hold on, let me pause and check the instructions, see what they're for. Alright, I've just realised what they are. They're the bits that stick out on his arms in his robot mode. So it looks like you're supposed to plug them in on his arms under... God, that's going to be flipping awkward now, isn't it? I'm supposed to... You've got to put that in there. There we go. It's supposed to be like the little... When his wings are all folded up, they're supposed to just be on his arms. So... yeah, that's going to be weird because he's going to have like 2 lots of wings now. He's going to have the ones on his arm, and then he's going to have the ones on his back. But alright, okay, well, we'll see how that goes. So, alright, let's have a look at the figure, and yeah, he looks pretty good. I don't think it's like massively successful, this beast mode. But then, you know, I knew that this was going to be a retool of Air Razor anyway, so there was always going to be some sort of kibble to it. It wasn't going to look great, but it's alright, it's not too bad. Now the issue that I have with mine, and I don't know if this is going to be a universal issue, is that these wings, they pop off at will. They're not held on at all. I mean, I was going to say they're not held on at all well, but they're not really held on at all. They come off just so easy. I knocked him off a couple of times just getting him out of the box. It might just be my version, I don't know, but yeah, be aware of that if you get this figure. I mean, he's sold out now. He's been sold out for a good couple of months. But yeah, if you have got this figure, just be wary of that. But yeah, he's all right. He's the head sculpt's pretty good. And you can open the jaw there, so that's quite nice. Yeah, it looks well. It's based after a flipping neck. Not a pteranodon, a pterodactyl, which is a type of pterosaur, but it's sort of like its own genus. So yeah, a pterodactyl with this long head crest piece. This was in the 90s, before we knew much about different types of pterosaurs, so everything back then was a pterodactyl. It's changed now, it's changed quite a lot now, but yeah, so it's based on a pterodactyl. So it looks pretty good. He's got his little fingers there on his arms. There is a different colour. There is a different, I don't know if you can see it. The colour is different between the ends of the wings, the bits that keep falling off, and the rest of the wing. It's not huge, but it's noticeable. Well, to my eye, it's noticeable anyway. As you can see, they've just changed this up a bit around the back. Yeah, I mean it's Air Razor. It's a remoulded Air Razor. That's what it is. There's nothing really different going on there, to be honest. Most of the remolds you can see in the robot mode. You can't really see too much of it here, but in the robot mode it does come. You can see it more. The other slight issue I have with mine is that this piece here, it doesn't really tab in. It just sort of rests there. It doesn't really, I mean, it's, you know, there's resistance, but it doesn't tab, so, you know, it comes loose quite easy. But yeah, again, it's not too bad. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not going to leave him in this mode. You know, he's going to be in his robot mode, so yeah. Well, like I said, articulation wise, you can open the jaw, ta-da, and the head will move up and down, and it does rotate. I will say though, be careful with this. When you're transforming it, you have to rotate this around, and then that whole thing pushes back. Be careful, because this is not held on very easily. It's not pinned on, it's just clipped on. And I pushed it down by the head, and the head pinged off. So don't do that. The wings are articulated. See. They're articulated pretty much the same way as Air Razors, so you get a fair bit out of that. It should move there. Why is that not moving there? There we go. So if you wanted to sort of fold the wings up a bit, you could do. So, yeah, if you wanted to, I don't know, have him swooping down or something, you could totally do that. You've got some articulation in the feet and the legs. Just sort of go to there, really. I was just trying to see, it's supposed to go a bit further, but that one wants to go, but the other side doesn't want to go. Ah, there we go. Because I was trying to do it with one hand, and that never works, does it? So yeah, you can get that, so you can bring those feet back a bit further. The only trouble is when you bring the feet back a bit further, it does sort of, it makes him a bit sort of front heavy then. With the air razor one, I try and do it so the feet are a bit further forward. I don't know if that's going to work with this one. Yeah, so sort of have it like that. So yeah, it does look a bit weird, but then it looks a bit weird on air razor. So you know, it's the same. It's the same mould. You're going to get the same issues with it, and you can have it sort of sitting up like that if you want to. Totally the way a Pterasaur would never sit, but you know, yeah, if you wanted to do it, you can. Right, so I think we shall get to the transformation. All right. Before we get to that, I forgot to point out that you can store the gun, and just it's similar to air razor. There's a tab hole here, and there's tabs on either side of the weapon. There you go. Just there and there, and they will just fit in to the side of the leg, like so. And you can have that on either side, so whichever side you decide that it looks less daft on. Yeah, I mean, you know, he only had the one weapon in the show, so I don't have an issue with it, but yeah, I mean, I'm not into weapon storage anyway, not on beast figures anyway. I think it looks a bit daft, unless it's meant to be there. I think it looks a bit daft, but anyway, there you go, you can do that if you want to. Right, so let's do the transformation then. So what you're going to start out by doing is you just want to unpeg the legs if they haven't already unpegged for you. It's just a little tab that goes in there, and just bring them down to the side like so, and then just rotate them round, unfold the knee like so, and you get that, and then leave that like that. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then you can just pop the arms out, so just come out to the side like so, there and there. Come around to the back, you can lift this tail piece up, and that enables you to rotate this section around, so you have this piece at the front. You can then bring that piece back down, come to the top, and you want to rotate the Terrorsaur head around, open this entire section, flip out the robot head, and wiggle this entire section down. It's on some hinges just here. I'm just going to wiggle it down. Have that fall off. Wiggle it down to that's going to come off several times, and just straighten that whole thing up. Bring this in, and then what you're going to do here is there is a tab. If you can see, it's by the wing there. There's a tab here. There's one on the other side, and it's just going to go into here. So close that up, and then you're gonna bring this entire section. This is what I was saying. Don't push on the head, because that'll bring it. It'll just pop it off. You just want to bring this entire section down, and then the Pterasaur head is just going to sit like that. Get on, you fucker. Come back to the legs, and you're going to rotate the legs at the knee. And then you're going to rotate the feet like so, and then that will give you that. Just straighten that out. Do the same on the other side. Straighten that out, bring that to there, and we're almost there. Straighten out the arms like so, and then you're just going to finish off by folding the wings. So what you want to do here is you're going to fold it up like so, and then you can see here there's a big tab here, and that's going to go in there. And this requires a little bit of origami skills, so you just need to wiggle that back to there. It's going to go in there, so the wing ends up looking like that, sort of concertinaed, and then you're just going to sort of tuck that around like so. And then just do the same on the other side. So wiggle that all the way around. Go in there, fold that all up, and there you go. That is Terrorsaur in his robot mode. And his robot mode is pretty good. His robot mode is, yeah, it looks nice. It does look nice. Look, I know that this wasn't going to be screen accurate. I wish we could get a Pterasaur that was screen accurate. I'm hoping that Transart can do one, because the whole thing with Terrorsaur in Beast Wars is these little bits that we put on earlier. These are his beast mode wings. So that's what I said when I put these on. He now has 2 lots of wings. Which, I mean, it was never going to be perfect, I know, and it's decent. He looks good, you know. I'm not saying it's a bad figure by any means. It's definitely one of the better ones. It's just I could do without having the wings there. I mean, I suppose I could knock the pins out and take them off completely, but I don't really want to do that. But yeah, for what he is, he's not bad. So, right, let's get a closer look at him then. So, yeah, his head sculpt is fantastic. I mean, that's definitely Pterasaur. There's no doubt about that. He looks good. That head sculpt is very nice. Yeah, again, in the original animation model, the Pterasaur crest piece was longer on the back of his head, but I get why it's a bit shorter here, because otherwise it would hinder the articulation of the head. But otherwise, it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent rendition of Pterasaur. It looks pretty good. I don't recall there being all this silver, but it's been a while since I watched Beast Wars, so probably due another rewatch. But yeah, it looks neat. Got the spikes on his feet, which again would have been a bit longer and a bit pointier. And I seem to recall there only being 1. I don't recall there being 2 spikes on his feet. I thought there was only 1. But again, I've not watched it for a while. And it's not too bad. The back is pretty clean. You know, it's the same. Well, it's not the same because you know, the air razor won her head folded inwards. But you know, for keeping the Terrorsaur head on the back, oh, it looks alright. Articulation wise, he's the same as Air Razor, so his head is, I think it's on a ball joint, but you don't really get much out of it. He can't look up. Well, I mean, he can if you move that whole piece. I mean, he can't look down at all. there's no looking down, but it does rotate from side to side. Shoulders go up and down, and they will rotate. It'll go all the way around if you move the wing out of the way. Bicep rotation, joint at the elbow. No rotation at the wrist, but if you need it, you can use that transformation joint. He does have waist rotation, but you can only really do that unless you pop that tail piece up, and then you can go all the way around. Oh, flaming heck, his wings! You can go all the way around, but yeah, if you leave the tail down, it's pretty much locked to there. The legs will go so far forwards, that far back, out to the side. He does, well, I was going to say he does have a bit of wiggle, but he doesn't, no. He does have the above knee joint for rotation. I mean, that's pretty much a double jointed knee. That's pretty much as far as you'd want it to go anyway. You can bend the legs forwards if you wanted to. They don't go backwards. And his foot's on a ball joint. Yeah, again, it's not great. It's hindered a bit. You can go sort of up and down, and you can rotate, but there's very little sort of ankle tilt. You can get a little bit out of it, but it's not it's not too much. But yeah, I mean, for a deluxe class figure, he's not that bad. And we can give him his gun. Oh, he does also have, I didn't show, does have a teeny weeny little Predacon symbol on his arm there. Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. He's pretty good. I'm generally happy with him. Oops, of course I've knocked the camera. Of course I have every single time. It's because I haven't replaced my tripod yet. Stand, buddy, stand. Come on, I'm trying to big you up here. Don't make me regret buying you like I do with Tigertron. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him. He's not exactly screen accurate, but for what was he, 25 quid? I know it's a lot, but it's a Pulse exclusive, isn't it? Yeah, for the price, he's alright. If you can get one, if you didn't pre-order one, I don't know where you could get one now, probably eBay or somewhere like that, I guess. If you can get one, it's probably worth picking up if you're a Beast Wars fan, and I've only said that about like 3 of these figures, so he must be good. If I'm recommending you pick him up, he must be good. The wings are an issue, but I will try the wood varnish and see if that helps. It did help with my Starscream, my Studio Series Bumblebee Starscream. It helped the wings on him, so fingers crossed it will do the same here. Yeah, I think he's decent. Couple of little issues, but for the most part he's a good, solid Beast Wars figure that doesn't disappoint me. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, the one thing I will say is that he has the golden disc, but he can't hold it. That's the only other thing. He can't. There's nowhere. You could like shove it behind his head. I'm not entirely sure why it's even come with him, because as far as I can remember, he has no interaction with this at all. Yeah, but anyway, that's it. I'm just babbling now, so I am going to leave you. And yeah, I will see you next time. As always, thanks for watching. Do take care of yourselves. Bye for now.